95.9 WATD, the South Shore's Morning News. I'm Rob Hackala with the morning team. And it is time now for our traditionally our Paws and Claws segment. But as we mentioned, we are going to switch things up today, and it's going to be Whales and Tales. This segment, as always, is sponsored by the Clean Team, our great friends over at the Clean Team. Even the best pets can't clean up their own mess. Call the Clean Team to take care of fur, furniture, paw tracks, tiles, and all sorts of catastrophes and doggy dilemmas. Visit thecleanteam.net. Thecleanteam.net. All right, so we have two special guests in studio this morning, and they have been on WATD before. We've got, first of all, from Oceana, Nancy Downs. Nancy, good morning to you.
Good morning, and thanks for having us.
Yeah, thanks for coming in. And alongside there you can see both of them up on our WATD Radio on YouTube feed. WATD Radio on YouTube, that's Matt Delaney from Pembroke, the South Shore's biggest whale fan, among other things. Matt, good morning.
Top of the morning to you.
Oh, there he is. Look at him. He's wearing the hat as well. Look at that. You like that?
And the rest of the day to us.
Looking good, fellas.
Oh, thank you so much.
Yeah, Rob O'Hackala.
Well, here we are, and I'm so glad that both of you could come in today for this segment. And you both, Matt, you were able to make it in, which is great. I know you wanted to be here in person and to talk with Nancy and kind of get into a conversation about where we are and what's going on when it comes to whales, right?
Thank you.
Yeah. So, Nancy, first of all, tell us a little bit about, just to kind of give us a recap. And I know you were on in the past, I think with Beth as well, on the program Oceana. I saw the photo of you guys here. I think I was out at that time, right?
I think that was, back in July.
I was taking some vacation, but here she is, Oceana. So tell us a little bit about Oceana.
Sure. Oceana is the world's largest ocean conservation group. We're based in Washington, D.C., but we have offices around the world, and we work to protect our ocean resources for future generations to enjoy.
All right, so we're going to talk about North Atlantic right whales. We know we have Right Whale Day here in the Commonwealth, thanks to Matt over there, Matt Delaney from Pembroke, who spearheaded this to be a real day, which it is. I know you celebrated in your family, though, for many years previously, right, Matt?
Yes, but I had a lot of help with that. I got to admit it. That was not a one-man show. I just had the crazy idea.
Oh, well, it all starts with an idea, and you got the ball rolling, so we appreciate that. So let's get into the status, Nancy, right now. What is the latest regarding North Atlantic right whale? Still critically endangered?
Yeah, and I'd love to just share for folks who don't even know what a North Atlantic right whale is. Let's go back and just talk about what these are. So these are critically endangered whales. They're the North Atlantic right whale. There's a whole nother population in the South Atlantic that's doing better, but North Atlantic right whales have been struggling for quite some time. These are large baleen whales. They don't have teeth like orca, so they're filter feeders, and their favorite food is copepods, which there's a lot of right here off Cape Cod. And every spring, these whales migrate from their calving grounds in Georgia and Florida. They come up the Atlantic coast, and the mother and calves are arriving right now in Cape Cod Bay. There's an aggregation of about 100 of them off the Nantucket Shoals right now. So exciting time in Massachusetts, and it's our Massachusetts state marine mammal. A lot of folks don't know that.
Wow, okay.
Fun facts about right whales.
No, it's good. And I didn't know really, I mean, obviously I've known from Matt about the North Atlantic right whale. I didn't realize that there was is it a related species? It's another species.
It's a right whale, but it's a different population. So they don't spend time in the North Atlantic Ocean. They're down in the...
Are they not endangered?
They're doing better than North
Okay.
Atlantic right whales.
Wow. So. Okay. Well, let's talk about, you wanted to get into to talk about maybe some of the reasons why these whales matter and why they're so important.
Yeah, with, approximately 384, around 380 of these whales, that's not a lot, right? So that is why they're listed as critically endangered. But these whales are fertilizing our oceans. If you think about bison roaming the fields of the United States plains, well, these whales are roaming the Atlantic seaboard, and all of their excrement, I know you guys weren't planning on talking about pee and poop this morning, but...
Well, it is part of nature.
It is all part of nature, and these animals are fertilizing our oceans, so all of it, the waste, the pee, even their placenta has nitrogen, phosphorus, iron, and that is kicking off the oxygen cycle and supports the base of the food web, which is phytoplankton, which needs all of that. And that phytoplankton is what feeds the copepods, which is what the whales are eating.
Wow.
So if you can imagine a healthy population of right whales, it's hard to imagine the incremental benefits to the ecosystem if we can rebuild that whale population.
Yeah. What is a good number? Do we even know?
I mean, they used to be in the tens of thousands. So
tens of thousands.
Correct.
Okay. All right. So and only now in the hundreds, 300.
Yep.
Okay. Well, I know, Matt, we talked about, of course, how important it was for you, and the right whale really was very special in terms of it became a family tradition, correct?
Yeah, well, we first had the encounter down the tip of the Cape, and that was in 2004.
Yeah.
And we started to study them. And we studied them for years and years and years and realized how, critical it was becoming that, they just kept disappearing and losing numbers. So we figured we need to spread the word somehow, and that's the whole reason why I approached Josh Cutler, my state rep at the time, to have a special day, and we figured that would increase awareness.
Yeah.
And the more and more awareness, the more and more, possibly laws might get enacted. But a lot more people, I feel, now have heard of them. But there's still, the people that don't far outnumber the people that do.
Yeah.
And most people can't even tell the difference. And one easy thing is when they spout, a right whale is different than a humpback, because a humpback has one blowhole and a right whale has two. So if you see a spout that's in the shape of a V, you know that's a right whale, even if you're on shore and you don't see much of the whale. And
really? Okay.
The other thing that differs is a right whale has a smooth tail or fluke, and the humpback whales are serrated. I think I'm saying that right.
Yeah,
right,
like
Nancy?
notched. Yeah.
Yeah. So
yeah.
it's more like a saw. And so if you saw the tail coming up out of the water and it was very smooth, you'd know that was a right. Or if you saw it spout, that's another way to tell easily the difference between whales.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
And Matt mentioned that they're hard to see, right? So you might see the spout, you might see the fluke, but one of the reasons these whales are in trouble they are hard to see. So unlike certain whales that are diving more frequently, right whales are slow moving and they stay at the surface. Particularly the mothers and calves are at the surface a lot of the time, but they're slow moving and black. So for boaters, they're really hard to see, and this is one of the biggest threats to these right whales is getting hit by boats, also known as vessel strikes.
Vessel strikes. Okay, yeah, because I was going to ask, obviously, what is the reason for the cause of the decline? It's not a decline in, is there still plenty of food? Or is that also an issue?
I think food maybe has shifted because of climate change, so that may have shifted where the whales used to stop, was around the Grand Manan Island in the Maine, Nova Scotia border, but these whales are now feeding closer to shore, they're migrating closer to shore, and they're also going further north all the way up into the Gulf of St. Lawrence, which puts them at a higher risk for all of these shipping lanes.
Oh boy, okay, so there's still plenty of food. Where they go may be different, but there's still plenty to eat, but then the fact that they may be moving puts them in the path of more boats.
Yeah, and we've noticed a decline, I want to say, more recently. So their population was rebounding. At some point, they had surpassed over 400, and then it went back down again. And we think it's because of this shift.
Okay.
So these whales are in trouble from entanglement in ropes and fishing gear, but right now we really wanted to talk to you about vessel strikes because there's an opportunity for listeners to help.
Oh, great.
That.
Okay. All right. Well, this is because I imagine, people listening say, what can I do, right? That's always the thing, Nancy, that people will say that, the whales are only in their 300s. Is there anything I can do? And you're saying there is a chance for people to, first of all, become educated and then also to maybe take some action on this. So tell me what you mean by that.
Sure. So just earlier this month, NOAA, which for folks listening, if they don't know what that is, the National Oceanic Atmospheric Administration, which is part of our government, issued an advance notice that it'll consider deregulating existing rules, also known as the vessel speed rule, that would protect these whales from ship strikes. And public comment ends June 2nd. So hopefully we can post on your website, and if not, folks can go to Oceana in New England, and we'll post information on how they can submit a comment to the Federal Register. And it's really easy. People think, oh God, I don't know what to write to the government. What am I supposed to say? Be passionate. Tell your story, explain why North Atlantic right whales might matter to you. Maybe you've never seen one before and you'd like them to be around when you do, or you'd like them to be around for your kids to see, or you've learned the value that they play in the ocean ecosystem. So we need to protect these whales. So we really need as many people to chime in on the Federal Register and urge the vessel speed rule to remain the same, to remain in place. And what that is, just so folks know, it requires boats that are 65 feet or longer to slow down to 10 knots when they're in close proximity to right whales. And the best analogy I have is the slowdown zone in schools. We know that might not stop you from hitting a kid crossing the street, but if you're going slow enough, it'll reduce the chance of you killing that kid. So it's the exact same proven science that if boats slow down below 10 knots, it will reduce the risk of mortality.
Okay. All right. So you would be then in favor of keeping this, but there is some talk about
either changing it or removing it, and we don't know exactly what they're proposing, so we're urging NOAA to do the right thing and keep that vessel speed rule in place. That's been in place since 2008.
Yeah, since it's already there, you're not asking for anything more, just to keep what's already there.
Yeah, and to boaters that are concerned, this isn't year-round, it's seasonal. So when we know that the whales are coming into the Cape Cod Bay, if we know they're off Nantucket, then the Coast Guard will issue a slowdown zone. And then once they've moved on down south, different time of year, and they're not there, then that rule goes away.
All right. Well, so for people to find out more, again, the best way, could they get more information through your website or?
Yeah, we encourage them to follow either Oceana. They can go to oceana.org to learn more about right whales. And then I have a Facebook and Instagram, Oceana in New England. And there's some exciting upcoming events that I don't know if Matt wants to talk about.
Yeah, Matt, you want to fill us in?
About Right Whale Day?
Right Whale Day. What's going on this year?
Well, I do know that this year I'll be going to New England Aquarium, and they usually do a great job with it. And I do know that it starts at 10 o'clock. I don't have the run of show or anything, but it's generally, at least an hour long, and there'll be a bunch of people there. That'll be great to talk to. I believe Oceana will be there.
Yep, I'll also be on April 24th at the New England Aquarium.
Yeah, it's a Friday, so yoo-hoo, I get a 3-day weekend.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so that will be exciting. I have been there before. Last year, I went to New Bedford Whaling Museum. I committed to them, and actually WATD covered that and did an incredible job.
Yep.
Yeah, that was great.
So Matt and I were both there last year, and New Bedford Whaling Museum will also be hosting a Right Whale Day event on the 24th. And for folks way out on Cape Cod, Center for Coastal Studies out in P-Town will also be celebrating North Atlantic Right Whale Day.
Wow. Well, it's great there's so many things for people to get involved with, and we would encourage people to attend then one of these events then, if you can. I guess you got to have your choice there and know where to go. But Matt's going to be at the aquarium this year?
Yeah, I'm going to be at the aquarium. I wish I could be in all places, but, you haven't got the Beam Me Up Scotty going yet.
No, we do not have the
when you get
transport.
one of them, Rob, let me know. But I'm excited to be at the aquarium again.
That's where we started with you that first year.
That first year, you covered
were there.
that. Yeah. Even your fearless leader was there.
Yeah. Ed Perry.
Ed Perry, sure. So shout out to Ed. This station has developed into an incredible organization here, and for what you do for everybody with public service and so forth. And this is one of those things.
Thank you. No, we appreciate just getting the messages out, and it's important to learn and to be educated, and that's what I love about this job, is learning new things and things that we don't know about. And as Nancy talked about, and you both kind of mentioned as well, this is something that most people wouldn't come up in their daily lives, and we understand that. And so this is why we need to learn more about what's the real reason behind this, and then what we can do, right?
That's
to take some action.
It's all about awareness. The more people know, the more they might take action.
Now, is there good news? Are we making a little bit of progress, or at least holding the line?
Well, yeah, I think Nancy can go with that.
Well, yesterday we just got groundbreaking news. The whales are having a record-breaking calving season, so this is unusually high. So it gives us hope. As of yesterday, we learned the 23rd whale of this season was born to a mother named Mirror. So every whale is named. New England Aquarium has a great tracking of every single right whale has a name, and they're named after the markings on their head. It's a white marking that's called a callosity. Every right whale has it, and it's like a fingerprint. So you can literally determine which whale it is based on this pattern on their head. So this 10-year-old whale, Mirror, has had her first baby calf. But, Rob, I want to reiterate, 23 is not enough for these whales to rebuild their population. It's record-breaking. It's amazing. We should celebrate, especially on St. Paddy's Day. They're lucky to have this many calves. I think a few years back, there was one year they had no babies at all. So to have 23 is so exciting. So I'm very
exciting.
Happy to report that. But we need to do more. They need more space, time, freedom to move up and down the Atlantic coast without getting entangled, without getting struck by boats. So that they can rebuild this population, and we can all benefit from a healthy ocean. And we need everyone's voice to help protect these beautifully, critically endangered right whales. So
Mira, it actually is named Mira because on either side of her head, they mirror one another. The pattern looks the same, so they named her Mira.
Oh wow!
And, like looking in the mirror.
In a mirror.
There's another one called snow cone because the pattern looks like a snow cone.
Oh, that's amazing.
It's kind of cute.
The first one this year to have a calf that they spotted was Champagne.
Champagne.
Yeah, and remember I had toasted.
That's right.
Toast out to toast to Champagne, and then the next year she has the first baby. I'm like, ooh.
That's great.
A lot of people were toasting for her.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I want to thank Nancy and Matt for coming in today for a special Whales and Tales segment as we talk about the North Atlantic right whale and what we can do as citizens of the world and getting involved, certainly in our own area. And Oceana, it's oceana.org, right?
That's right.
Okay. And Nancy, of course, people can also follow on Facebook and Instagram, Oceana in New England, and get more information as well.
Perfect. Thank you.
Thank you, Nancy Downs, for coming in. And, of course, Matt Delaney from Pembroke.
Oh, boy.
Thank you both.
Thanks, Rob. Great job.
Thank you. And that's our segment on WATD.